Hello everyone, it's Bretty Lionheart84 and I just thought I'd do a video before I move this into my summer house. This is my blood orange, I think the variety is Sanguinelli, not Sanguinello. I think this one's a Sanguinelli that originally came from Victoriana Nursery. I've had it a good 2 or 3 years now. Now I featured it because there was a fruit that I'd left hanging on it, which I left all year, probably been on it for 18 months. Wasn't very edible, it was very dry inside, but of interest is there's actually quite a lot of fruit on it again this year as there was last year. A couple of stems, a little bit of dieback, but that's very minor. Most of the plant's looking quite healthy. It's probably got about eight decent sized fruits on it for the time of year. You can see them all round. In actual fact, it's flowered again recently and it's got more fruits coming that are sort of large pea size. Now I will expect these of course to drop off in winter. However, we think the reason that I had a problem with the fruits on it is they actually got frozen in the summer house, because my summer house got down to probably about -4 or -5 last winter, because it was it got down to about -7 or -8 outside in December for quite a long period of time, and I feel sure quite a few of the fruits turned a yellowy orange and dropped off in January and February, and I believe the fruits were, although they grew a bit more, I think the fruits were spoilt by the extreme cold there, because apparently if citrus, particularly oranges and blood orange, get frozen or at least are exposed to extreme cold, it spoils the inside of the fruits and they don't develop any moisture or sweetness, they stay dry. So as you're aware, I've got the frost heater in there, or it's probably frost prevention heater in there this year, which I didn't get till after Christmas last year, so it was too late for that freezing spell we had in December. So I'm hoping this year, with the combination of the grow light, which this plant's going to be under, which I'm going to have on to supplement the natural daylight during the day in winter, and I hope it's not going to cost me a fortune to run, and that frost protector heat which I'm going to have in there, I'm hoping that these fruits might hold green over winter and not turn yellow, might just sort of stay static in their development and not develop any further. But I'm hoping that if they last the winter without any major problems, then we might next year get some much more edible blood oranges. And I said there's quite a fair quantity on here, so it will be interesting to see if I'm right. Now this is the pot that also has a couple of date palm seedlings in that I sowed probably a couple of years ago now. I was going to repot it this year, but I've decided not to, and of course, like all my other citrus, we've had so much rain in the last month or so, it's absolutely waterlogged, but there's no way to dry it out. But obviously it won't need watering for the whole of winter, and I'm not going to do anything more to it. I'm literally just going to put it into the summer house and let it adapt to the conditions in there, and we keep our fingers crossed that it won't, with the extra light and that frost heater in there, that we won't get too much humidity and therefore not too much mould. They do tend to get a little bit of sooty mould on them if they're too close together, but if none of them are flowering, the flowers attract the mould more than anything else. So hopefully we'll see what happens, but obviously we're going to find out in the spring. It's looking relatively healthy. Probably could do with a repot with fresh compost, not necessarily a larger pot, but simply fresh compost in it. And I'm going to start adding more sands to my citrus, because I think this 5-1-1 mix, as Gary said, does break down a little bit after a period of time, and I think the roots start to get starved of oxygen a bit, so I think it could do with more aggregates mixed in with the other things. I still think that having some peat and bark in works okay with citrus, but I do think they need more aggregates in so that the compost doesn't break down and stop it draining properly. So that's my blood orange. Thanks for watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Welcome to share it, of course. Do subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it, and click on the bell if you like updates on new videos when they come out. And if you want to know if these oranges survive the winter at all. I'll catch up with you on the next video. Brett out for now.